My name is Layla. I am 18 years old. I live in a small village surrounded by endless fields of wheat and dusty roads. The air always smells like dry earth, wood smoke, and the faint scent of flowers that bloom for only a short time. This is the place I was born, the place I thought I would always be free. I remember my childhood very clearly. I used to climb the old olive tree behind our house. Its branches were thick, its bark rough under my small hands. I would sit there for hours, pretending I was a bird, pretending that one day I would fly far away. I had a few friends, mostly girls from the village. We would run through the fields barefoot, laughing, chasing butterflies, or trying to catch the wind in our hands. But those days are gone. Now I can hardly run even inside my own house without thinking about what is expected of me. 2 weeks ago, my mother called me to the kitchen. The smell of fresh bread and boiling tea filled the room. Her hands were covered in flour, but her eyes were tired and distant. She said quietly, "Your father has decided. Next month you will marry Kareem." Kareem, a man 10 years older than me, a man I have spoken to only twice. Once at the well, once in the market. His voice was deep and his eyes unreadable. I knew nothing else about him. I felt my chest tighten, my throat dry. "I don't want to," I whispered. Mother stopped what she was doing. She sighed and avoided looking at me. "It's for your own good, Layla. Kareem has land. He will take care of you. This is how things are. One day you will understand." Her words felt like chains around my heart. For days, I wandered the house like a shadow. I avoided my friends. I avoided my little brother. Even the chickens in the yard seemed freer than I was. Women from the village came to measure me for my wedding dress. The fabric was white with golden embroidery. They smiled at me, saying I would look beautiful, but their eyes were curious and cold. I smiled back, because that is what a good daughter does, but inside I felt like I was disappearing. One afternoon, I visited the olive tree again. I pressed my face to its bark and remembered my childhood dreams. I could almost hear the laughter of my friends and the songs we used to sing. Now I was afraid to even dream. 2 days before the wedding, Kareem came to our house. He brought honey and dates. His eyes were serious, his words firm. "You will be happy with me," he said. It was not a question. It was a statement, a law I could not escape. That night, I could not eat. The house was full of relatives, laughter, and music, but all I could hear was my own heart, beating fast and heavy in my chest. I went outside to the wheat fields. The sun was setting, painting the sky in deep orange and red. I thought about my life, the past 18 years, my dreams, the books I had never read, the cities I had never seen, the songs I had never sung. I remembered the first time I saw the sea. It was in a small book my teacher gave me. The waves were blue and the sky stretched forever. I had wanted to run to it, to feel the wind in my hair, but I was always too small, too obedient, too afraid. I sat in the field until the stars appeared. The wind moved through the wheat, whispering secrets I could not understand. I thought about my mother, who had tried to protect me in her own way, about my father, whose decisions weighed on me like stones. I felt both love and anger, and mostly sadness. Tomorrow, I will be Kareem's wife. Tomorrow my name will change, my life will change, and the girl who dreamed of flying under the olive tree will vanish. But tonight, under the last sunset of my freedom, I am still Layla, just a girl with dreams too big for a small village, with a heart that still wants to run, to laugh, to breathe freely. I pressed my hands to my chest and made a silent promise. One day, somehow, I will find my wings. One day I will be free. And for now, I will remember the wind, the wheat, and the last sunset before my chains begin.